Today, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada,
seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get that to Hurst out of the backfield. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Targets Miller here on the out route. He's got him. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 74 yards and a touchdown.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Ready?
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Down inside the 40. The Raiders hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. They'll set up a throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. They're going to look to throw. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Step, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Lawrence. This is swung out to Eckler. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, when we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. A.J. Epinesa, the one credited for the sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
They'll look to throw here. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And the Colts getting ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll find Everett there, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 8 coming up. He'll look to throw. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Raiders. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Carlson now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Singletary to get the drive started. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 and 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw there hauled in by Claypool. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. They'll find Miller. That's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
This is our time. Our time.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He gets this one to Burks. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He'll drop to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, the return is Scott. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From midfield now, Lawrence. Claypool with another catch. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Lawrence to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. On second down, Jacobs. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Lawrence will throw. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Looking to throw, Lawrence. On the screen, this is Eckler. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. That's taken at around the 40. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Over the middle into the hands of Burks. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 2nd and 4. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Out left, he's got it to Everett. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the visiting Broncos who were able to come in and get the road victory. Javonte Williams.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
2nd and 1. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The play action play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 20-yard line. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard. Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Running is Jacobs. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. They go with Jacobs. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak. And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track? Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Lawrence. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there. And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is. Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
Back to throw again.
It's complete. Burks. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Nick Bonito
Picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change, because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And his throw here's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll get that to Hurst out of the backfield. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Here's Logan Cook now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 44-yard punt, return of 9.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now here come the Raiders. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Running it with Jacobs. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 19. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. They'll look to throw here. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
A.J. Epinesa
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll set up to throw.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And the lead will hold at 13. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Play action. It's Lawrence. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Here we go. 45. White.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. Touchdown Raiders! DK Metcalf from 17 yards out. And the Raiders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the map there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, Look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Carlson on for the PA team. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
Darnell Savage there to make the tackle.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll find Moreau here.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5. Shakes off the sack. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. On the strip, the ball comes out. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, "Oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time."
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
From the 25 on second down, Lawrence.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. To throw again is Lawrence. That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
Picked off by Deron Harmon. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence looking Austin Eckler's way again. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's taken in by Dulcich.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete.
It's McCarthy. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Lawrence will throw.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver.
And he is going to have a Colts first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Lawrence on 3rd down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Las Vegas.